free game. And I'm coming to you live, man, from the lab. Legacy Tech. Same old same. Y'all know how it go, man. I already know how these people operate on this here internet. So I always open up with who I am, Dinospumonibeatz, producer and owner of Legacy Tech ValueStream smart cards, man. I put my business on a business card, and basically I do lives, and this is me opening up my shop, man. Black stay-at-home father, stand up. Before people come into the live, man, I've been doing this for a while. They're gonna say some outlandish things. It's not true, man. I'm only here cooking up, getting my product line ready for market here soon. I'm gonna take it to market and see if I can get some real insights versus just all digital, like running ads and all that stuff. So while I'm on here tonight, finishing up my product line, I was like, you know what? I might as well go live. All right, cool. See what else I can add. Start a poll. Let me add a poll here. And I'm gonna say how many people struggle with leads. I'll put that there. All right, so like I was saying, man, my name is Dinospumonibeatz, man. I'm a producer and an entrepreneur, Army veteran. I retired out of the Army in what year was it? 2019, and I became an entrepreneur. And I started making software for companies. And I was like, man, let me do this on my own, man. I'm selling out, man. I smoke. So it helps me with my anxiety doing these live streams, man. But during my time in the military, you know, in the military, you had to get real creative when you're at war, man, when it comes to like your people, man. And I took my job serious as an infantryman, specifically as a black officer overseas. So when I came up with ideas, I was always an entrepreneur. Even in my 20s as a lieutenant in the Middle East, I was like, I need to use these overseas to see. It was my own personal mission. It wasn't for the Army or nothing. It was just my hustle. Like, you can't, if you're a hustler, you can't knock the hustle. It's in you. You gotta see, you gotta push boundaries as an entrepreneur. Like, so, oh man, I appreciate it, man. It's a whole different vibe doing live at night than in the morning, man. In the morning, man, I try to educate people on how to do YouTube live, because it's especially my vets. Like I was a major, pretty much a major, but I got out as a captain, and I became a civilian. And I'm like, yo, civilians operate mad different. Like they make it hard, like life. I'm like, look, life does not have to be this hard, people. But it's hard to come off as a combat Army veteran with tact. I'm struggling with that shit, man. Like being kind and like not as abrasive and all that. When people don't jump, when you say jump, like I struggle with that. Hey, how you doing? My wife will tell you, man. I'm married. My kids are in there, man. I'm on duty tonight while my wife is at the Jasmine Sullivan concert with my mother-in-law. So I'm working, black stay-at-home fathers, but I'm an entrepreneur, man. So trying to change the narrative, man. You'll be surprised how many people got something to say about this hat, because they don't understand the reality of fatherhood for real. I'm like, when I became a father, man, and they let me cut on my son and my daughter, I was like, oh man, I gotta figure out a way to get the bag, man. And then entrepreneurship, man. I became a software engineer, self-taught software engineer, and all my accolades is pretty much back there. So all that shit. That's why this is my laboratory, man. Legacy Tech value stream cards though, man. That's what I push. I sell my product for $7,500. But people normally, they don't want to pay that much for my product. So I do offer alternate payment arrangements, man. Like I said, I found that people really do not know how to use their cell phones like to the maximum potential. And I was like, man, I need to show people how to generate their own revenue and cash flow for their household using some technology that I've been using since I was like 16. I didn't know people didn't know, man. Because when you're a soldier, it's like tunnel vision. You don't know. But now I sell my product, man. And I'm a published author on Amazon too, man. All my products are stamped. I just couldn't play the 9-to-5 game. Like, I tried the 9-to-5 thing. I bought a franchise and I tried to run a franchise. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? So now I do this for a living. And I go on YouTube Live, and all I do is offer my value to the world, man. I highly recommend more people do it, man, because regardless if people purchase from you or not, you still get paid from going live. So you might as well run your YouTube like a business, man. That's how I look at it. I've been doing this for 7 years, and I just offer advice on how I do it. A lot of people don't run their company for especially marketing and promotion and distribution. I got into software engineering and created SaaS. That's cool, man. That's cool. That's what I do, man. I teach people. A lot of people don't know how to do it, man. A lot of people don't know. So I was like, man, it's a digital divide. If it is a digital divide, let me try and offer value based off of my experience to the world, you know, to help people out. And so Legacy Tech value stream cards, man. I build my business, and I solicit this for everyone to try it, man. It's just what I do for my company, but I build businesses on business cards, like the business model of the company for the company. I build them on business cards, and I give them away for the company with their company on it. I keep their ad revenue, and they just keep the profit. So that's how I do it. And I think I move 30 units a month. 30 units a month is one deck. One deck is 23 cards. You only need one, but 7,500, man. And then, of course, I do, you know, payment arrangements depending on the customer's needs or my client's needs, man. But I've been doing it for 7 years. So I notice on YouTube when people are soliciting a product, man, they are like showing you the shiny objects. I don't do all that no more because I've been doing this so long. So I'll just be like, hey, man, I make ValueStream smart cards. It is a wealth creating tool. And, you know, only questions I answer on my lives are about army, wealth, and entrepreneurship. I gotta keep it straight to the point because I've learned doing these lives, people ask some outlandish questions. And if my advice to people is, if you do decide to go live on social media like this, do not read comments that are nonsense out loud, because it's like spells. Like when people go back later on and rewatch this, they're gonna hear all the words you spoke. And if you're reading that stuff, the viewer can't read those comments. So don't say your comments out loud unless it's beneficial to your business model. That is the biggest wealth hack I can say when you use YouTube. Look at it when you're using YouTube. It took me a while to figure this out. But when you're using social media, use it like this, but I'm using it as if I'm looking at it from your eyes as a customer. That way you don't get scammed into saying things that you don't agree with and spreading that message for like my page. About 1,200 people are going to see this live. I already know it because it's scheduled for sometime in the future. You don't want to read spam comments when you're promoting your business online, because when you do it, it sounds like spells when you rewatch it later. Politicals, I would avoid. If you go live and people are doing spam comments, I would avoid saying political comments out loud. I would avoid, if I were you, political comments. I would avoid racial slurs, like reading them out loud like a child. I wouldn't do it out loud. I would bypass them if it doesn't have anything to do with your company. If you decide to use YouTube as a business, that's just a disclaimer, man, because people are weird online. You just gotta know, you let them know you know how they operate before they draw in hate, because that's what they try to do. They say hate stuff, type hate stuff. You read the hate stuff out loud and create more hate versus focusing on the products. So if you guys didn't know that, I highly remember that when you go live, because this isn't easy to get up in front of the world and talk about your business, like your small business. It's not as easy as you think. Everyone can't do it. You know what I'm saying? On Amazon.com, man. Go check it out. You can look me up on Amazon, Dinospumonibeatz, and you too can generate 15 streams of revenue with this book, man. No sales pitch. I wrote it myself because I use it myself. Most people don't have integrity. That's one of my most important values, because I built my business on top of the Apocrypha. So it's truth. I wanted to build a true business that really adds value off of a book that I know most haven't read. So when they do read it and then they do get the value out of the ValueStream cards, they immediately realize wealth. That's how you gotta do and run your business, like a be-do-have thing, man. You can't argue with truth in a true product that someone who values integrity as a business owner. Like, follow, share, subscribe, though, if y'all feel where I'm coming from. And write some comments, some real good comments in there, man, and about anything. If y'all want some more of my background, I don't mind sharing it. I have 3 degrees, 4 degrees, 3 or 4. Psychology, human resource management, cybersecurity, and I was working on my PhD. I'm 40 years old. So you can ask me anything, man. I'm an engineer now, and I do this for a living to take care of my family. I build businesses on business cards, and I give them away, and I keep the ad spend revenue, and the company keeps the profit, whatever company or client I work for. I introduce new software into their leads, like how they generate leads. They profit from leads before they have to take money from them. It's weird, but it's just cash flow. It's a form of cash flow. Not leveraging debt, but actually creating value. Leveraging value to create debt. That's a new concept. I believe it's a new concept where you can take $0 from somebody and still make them income. I believe that's new. It's not I made my own, so no one's sharing that kind of information. Like, hey man, how you go from $0 to cash flow with a business card? I'm like, funny you should ask, man. Let me teach you. You gotta send me an email. Turning homeless people into millionaires, man, for real. It's cool. And then my proof of work is this YouTube channel. If you watch this YouTube channel and go back and watch all my videos, that's my journey to build this company from 7 years ago. But people are just seeing it now, and I rock with that, man. Any questions? Damn. I'm a Christian, man, so, you know, Christian brother over here. This is for my TBI from getting blown up overseas. Only doing this for medicinal purposes, man. On God, man. Like migraines, tinnitus, shrapnel, replacement, fragment jaw, all that. Trust me, it's not just spaz out. It is really to maintain from war, like a real war vet over here. Real combat vet. I just look young. I can tell stories for days. Any questions on how to run a business or how I run my business using YouTube? It's literally this right here. Like you guys are in my store per se. Listening to my war stories, real life stories, and perspectives as a black stay-at-home father. Helping me get my watch hours up, man. I gotta get these watch hours up, man. Any questions, man? What do y'all do online when y'all are online looking at people's live streams that are talking about business? Like, do people just watch to watch? Like, y'all put me on. I'm new to this shit. Like, I don't understand it. So my business partner was like, hey man, you just need to go on live. You just need to go on live and be like, hey, appreciate you, Jose, man. No questions. Thank you for responding, man. I promise you, when people see people doing these YouTube lives, they think this shit is easy. I promise you, it's not as easy as it looks. People make it look easy, but it's very difficult to get in front of a camera and put what you built out there in the world and want them to buy it. And it's high ticket. It's like people tell me it's a high ticket item for $7,500, but I'll be like, it depends on the client. Because to a business that I know I can increase their net cash flow and stuff like that, $7,500 is nothing at $260 a month. You know what I'm saying? Using PayPal or Affirm or something like that. So that's just how I structure my finances, though. And then on the back end, the profit goes into the market for dividends. And I just when the dividends paid, then I take my profit out after I flip it from my business card. And then like the customer does the same thing, my clients, and they scale their family. And I focus on families with my business. My business is for families. You know what I'm saying? Or companies. Most individuals have no business. I have one. I'd be like, hey, you can take my business card and look at it, and then you can copy mine. But it's pride. They're like, there's no way that product is like that. I'll be like, yes, it is. I'm like, yes, it is, bro. ValueStream smart cards. So you cheat the families. How? No. This is free. I give it to them for free for them to use. They can buy it if they want to, and then they copy it. Either way it goes, that's it. They don't have to pay shit. Then you're going to say, well, how do you make your profit? YouTube. The how-to, YouTube. It's simple, man. It's the people, though. Like, you got to give people time to realize the gains and stuff. Just like the stock market. It's complex. It's like my business model is metaphysics. Like most people don't know metaphysics, man. So they'll be like, scam. Anything that's foreign to someone is a scam until you research it. I always say, use my YouTube channel, go to content distribution, and you can see how I distribute the model. It's free, but normally people stay right here. If they can't get it immediate from like something like this, if they can't action on something like right here, it's a scam. And that's not how it operates. You have to work. You have to put in work. You gotta work. Any other questions, Manu John? You had said something about so you cheat families. So any other questions? Along those lines, like any kind of negative questions, like let's tackle the negatives first. You can't even make your send me an email, we'll talk. Let's do it that way. Send me an email, man. Link in bio. We'll chat. I'm gonna put you on. A tree. A tree, man. A tree all day, man. Apocryphal. Love, man. Gotta spread love out here now. You gotta spread more love. Kids. Carter. Carter. You okay? You okay? Alright, I'll be in a minute. Oh, man. Hey, appreciate that, Dana, man. Hey, do you know how to moderate? Do you mind moderating? I'm at work, man. This is work, man. I get 2 hours a day, man, to do this, to sell my product. Cause most people don't know how the internet work, man. So I'm on here just putting people on, man, and it feels good. It feels good doing this, man. Like regardless, like just to be available. I know people don't have people to talk to either. And I'm married, so I always do. And I always thought like, man, I know somebody out there, man, has nobody to talk to, man. Absolutely. Absolutely, Charles, man. Like every time I come on, every time I do live, I have to have this, man. I have to, cause these people that come on to use lives on social media platforms, they evil. So I have to, yeah, man. Yes, I know this, and I speak Hebrew too, man. That's why I say Elohim. Elohim, man. That's my guy. This is on Amazon, man. Oh yeah, for sure, man. I only watch the Bible Project right now. I appreciate you for asking, Charles. That's polite, man. I appreciate that, man. You gave me hope. Pete Cabrera, okay. Send me another one. I'll check them out later on. And like, follow, share, and subscribe, man. You right up my alley, man. I like that. All right. I'ma check those out. But like I tell you guys, this going live is harder than you think. You gotta be real careful about names you say, how you do things. Like, you gotta think future. You gotta think somebody's gonna come into my store later on these. Now let me take a screenshot, bro. All right, I got it, bro. Thank you, man. Check out the Bible Project, man. It's in my link in bio too. That's what I started with. It's how the Bible Project does it. It's through literary design patterns out of the Word, Old Testament, New Testament, and then very Jewish, not Semitic, not like that, but Hebrew scriptures, very Hebrew scriptures heavy. That's why I started with the Bible Project. I recommend you guys go check their YouTube channel out too. Bible Project, Nero Knowledge, and Myron Golden. They're I'm an affiliate for Myron Golden. Go check them out, man. Myron Golden, that's what led me to do these YouTube videos. Because I was like, wait a minute. I done been to war and survived. And I almost didn't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening to this brother talk about how he does his business. And how this brother was like, man, I charge $350,000. And then I'm like, man, how you do that? Because I'm charging $10,000. He was like, it's the perspective, man. The people who can afford it can afford it. For those who can't afford it, make it valuable enough for them to give you their last and they can afford it. And then you give it back to them in value. It took me 7 years to figure out how to do that. So when it takes an entrepreneur that long to figure out how to create cash flow, you have to charge and let them know it's no hard feelings, but I've already invested twice that amount. You haven't yet. That's how you got to look at business, like from an entrepreneur perspective. Spiritual economics, but don't get it twisted. Like most people always see the finished product. Like, nah. It took me 7 years to figure out how to write the software to use these. So I can guarantee people that they only have to pay me once and then they gonna go find their wealth. Because it's harder to use these in public than you think. Like, it's hard to walk up to someone in public and give them value. It's harder than you think. To tell someone they need value, especially, it's certain words they use that where you can tell if they're struggling. And that's, hold on, you guys. Let me go check on my daughter. Dad instincts. Hey, y'all good? All right. Alright, my bad, y'all. But yeah, man, go check out my YouTube channel. Like, follow, share, and subscribe, and go watch all the videos, man. Man, being a father, man. Being a father gave me the courage to be like, forget this college shit. I'm gonna go do this shit myself. Because I refuse to go out and beg, borrow, and steal at 40 years old when I already played the college game. I already played the Army game. I already played the corporate America game. I already played the fast food game. The only game that I didn't play was my own game. Oh, Lord, these dudes. There we go. Yeah, being a father is awesome, bro. Like, most can't relate, man. And there's no disrespect, but it's different. Man, these dudes, man. Hold on a sec. Let me get rid of these bots. But yeah, man, dang, they throw you off. Man, these bots throw you off, man. Like, I can I'm in cybersecurity, man. Again, I gotta share that shit so I can tell bots from humans. But the thing about the bots, man, is, man, nah, man, I'm done, son. I said I'm 41, bro. I'm out. I mean, I'm 40. I'm on the way, but I'm not. That's a young man's game. I'm through with that. I'm only about the paperwork and taking care of my family, dog, and putting people on for a living. Using this internet, because I can show up right here and put you on. You ain't got to give me a dime. Just give me your attention and like, follow, share, and subscribe. And you can purchase if you want to. Like, everything I got on, like these hats and everything, link in bio, because this is my merch. I'm also a music producer. If you go on Google and look up Dinospumonibeatz, you'll find all my music, man. Jordan, I'm still a Bulls fan. Derrick Rose just retired, and I hooped in school. I hooped in school too. So look, there's a difference between an NBA entrepreneur and an NFL entrepreneur. It's a different kind of mindset. I promise you it is. It's the NBA and NFL players have different mindsets. I promise you. Without the right mentors, they all fall victim to the same female, though. It's the mindset. It's business. It's like me, when I hooped, education and business was emphasized a lot. When I played football, practice was emphasized a lot, and conditioning. It was a difference of what's more important, in my opinion. Just my opinion. That's playing both sports growing up. I was always an entrepreneur, so playing basketball, to me, that's strategic. It's on the individual, and it requires a lot of discipline to know you're not the most important person on the court. In comparison to a quarterback or a wide receiver or whatever, in my opinion, like NFL, when the person has the ball at that distance, like to go that distance with it, they are the most important person on the field at a given time. NBA, it don't work like that. The team and the coach, it's the team and the coach. I believe if NFL and NBA players saw it like that on both sides, even entrepreneurs, like if entrepreneurs knew what it was like to play all roles in life, not to say they didn't, because most have, but no, I'm sorry, I said that backwards, my fault. People who work regular jobs have an opportunity to be an entrepreneur for the day, then they will understand what go with that shit, and they'll see both sides of the field. I hope not, man. I hope not. That whenever you get the bag, you get haters. But Peter, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that too. It's affiliation, man. You gotta move on your own accord. Like, keep your circle tight and move on your own accord. I don't want to talk about it, man, because it's bad energy. Like, I want to teach y'all. Like, let me teach y'all. I don't want to talk about nothing that don't got nothing to do with. I solicit my opinion, but when you say things, man, I promise you this is how it works. When you talk bad energy about people and put it out there in the air, it come back. It come back, man. I was at war. I promise you it come back. It's the same measure that you use to judge somebody else. It comes back on you. 10x. Don't do it, man. That's just from an OG. Now, you see me, it don't get no realer than this. I am on YouTube telling my truth, bro. Like, I promise you I'm not trying to rip nobody off. I just got to let y'all know, like, America, like me as a veteran who spent all that time in America, how I look at it, the unitedness of the country has become foreign to the inhabitants. Nobody speaks to anybody. So everyone's foreign every day to everybody. In comparison to being overseas where you are the foreigner to one nation. It hits different. That's why they put vets like us, like, don't say nothing. Good job, now get the fuck on. Like, not me, I left. I was like, nah, I'm out. Smoked 7 at once. Nah, man, I can't do that. Man, my kids in there. Nah, man. Moderation. Just enough to help me with my migraine, man. And for the record, it ain't what you think it is. I gotta say that shit. CYA. It ain't what you think. Ain't nothing but incense. Nah, man, you can't do that, man. You gotta be productive, man. Wait, you got children? Kids can't see you like that, man. My kids know I'm out here doing this for 1 hour type shit. Like, they know. So they know I'm working, man. Trying to secure the bag. I am though. Like, as long as you have views on here, you know you working. When the views go to 0, then it's time to get off work. That's how I look at it. But 1 hour. 2 hours a day, random times a day, whenever my kids are taken care of. Like, I put them down, checked on my wife, all that stuff. Stayed to my kids all I could. I feel you. Like, trying to do what you gotta do just to make it. Go watch all my videos, Musa. Go watch the videos, man. Like, open your mind to metaphysics. Go watch all my old videos and go to my community tab and click on my community tab and look at some of them books on there, man. It'll help you out. I promise you it'll open your eyes. And just let me know. Yeah, let me know, man. Go. I think I can help you, man. I hear it in your voice, believe it or not. When you said that about your kids, them kids, man. People have lost sight of that. Like, people have lost sight that the kids are the most important thing right now. Like, you shouldn't do nothing without focusing on the children. Like, it's the kids. It's the kids, man. All this voting stuff, remember, what are they saying about the children? It's the children, like sacrifice. Do you sacrifice your children or do you sacrifice the world? Like, It's a hard decision, but motherfuckers right now are saying sacrifice children. And I remember I read a story about living like that and what happens. I read a story about when you don't think about kids, when you do shit. It's just Genesis 1:1, but in this book it's called Wisdom 1:1. Apocrypha. I built my company on this book, man. You gotta build your company on faith. If you don't build a company on faith, it will not work. You have to build a company on faith. And I got my wife and I, we have 2 kids. You gotta use your words right. That's my queen. That's my queen, man. Almost 10 years in the game, man. That's my queen. I wanted a legacy, man. You got to know what you want. I wanted a legacy. What comes with a legacy? Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship comes with legacy building. I got my daughter, my son, my wife, my castle, and I'm in my garage. Alright, the next time you get some time, I'm going to give you a play, Moose. And I hope I'm saying it right. No disrespect, Moose. But do this. Man, I am not in no game, man. Let me see. I am almost grown. These jokes talking about games. These lives, man. Try this, though. The next time you go... One day do this. Go to Zillow. Go to Zillow.com and look up a mansion, right? Look up the mansion that you want or the house that you desire. Go look it up. And then make an appointment with a real estate agent and tell her or him you want to tour that house, right? And then when you go to tour that house with that real estate agent, ask him or her to be as thorough as possible about that house. Make sure it's the house you want. It has to be the house you want. Let her break that house down, right? Or him. Whatever, you know. And then when you do that, ask her or him to show you 3 more houses that they have on their inventory list to be sold. That's more than the house that you want. And make them this offer right here. Tell them that you will sell those 2 houses for them for free if they can get you that house that you want out of you selling them 2 houses for them. See, won't you get your house of your dreams? That's a solid offer. What's up, son?
I drew on my buildings in the picture. Come look.
All right, give me about. Can I have 10 minutes, son?
Yeah.
Well, Micah.
He's up.
She.
He's sitting on a stair.
Okay. All right, I'm coming. Close it. Oh, man. I didn't know that, man. Man, you paying child support at 66? Oh. Yeah, man. How did that, man? I wish I would have known you sooner, man. I would have put you on. I want to put you on. But let me go in here, man. Again, like, follow. Man, I'm going to pray, bro. I got you. I'm going to pray. Yeah, check out my videos, man. Like, if I can offer you a perspective, hopefully it helps. My YouTube channel is just pretty much me keeping it real about how I view things and wealth creation in my experience with losing, gaining, losing, gaining, losing, gaining, losing, gaining, and some of those key lessons learned without none of this computer stuff, like just me building my own business, like how the support was, how there is no support from your inner circle. Like you got to create an inner circle and then support that inner circle. Like all that kind of stuff when you start scaling your business. That's all on my YouTube channel. But I'm about to go in here, man. Go watch the old content, man. There's thousands of videos on my YouTube channel about legacy technology, black stay-at-home fathers, and wealth creation. But I'm about to go feed my legacies. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.